What is up, folks? Welcome back. Welcome to another live stream repair. We've got a couple of first gens to get through, and then we're going to take a look at a second gen that was sent in to us for no power. Let's see, we're going to start off with SL here, no lights, no power, 6 watts from the wall. That all looks like the usual dead diode to me. Let's get this all lined up and dig in. So we'll be looking at this first gen with no power, and then up next is number 337. It's also a first gen with no power. And then we've got number 303, also no power, first gen. And then we'll keep this a quick and easy Sunday and wrap up with Chris's second gen HomePod. That snuck in here. It's got no power. It's not going to be the same as any of these first gens whatsoever. So we'll see how far we can get with it. See how fast we can get through these other ones here. A little bit of Tim Cook's tears to break up the glue holding this together. Get that ribbon cable pulled down. We don't want it being stuck to this basket when we go and pry this up. It's one easy way to rip it. There's that glue that held that basket down. Got a foreign object on the woofer there. People give me a hard time for breathing on these things. Y'all should see what the factory's gotten away with inside of these things. We've found things not all screwed all the way in, screws entirely missing, the wrong screws used, things just not put all the way back together. Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't want to deal with a broken screw here, so let's take that one. Oh, that's feeling better. What about the rest of them? Yeah, they're all like that. They mixed up the super glue for thread locker, I guess, this time around. What about the other ones? Yep, of course. That one broke. That one's fine. It's insane, whatever thread locker they used is stronger than the screws holding it in, and you end up breaking it off before it comes out. But that's okay. We have dealt with many broken screws, and these amplifier boards will make quick work of replacing that. Stefan, welcome back. So where are... Alright, I've got a parts board here. Let's see if I can get one of these off with just this. Oh yeah, easy. So then, there's the one with our broken screw. We'll just ever so carefully grip that and twist. We don't want to rotate it out, we want to twist it parallel with the board. And then we can just press a replacement in there. I'll put a little bit of solder on there just to keep it from going anywhere. Yeah, I want to make sure this isn't going anywhere. Perfect. Okay, we have replaced the stud. Let's, oh, I forgot I was not zoomed in there. Let's get the filters replaced. These go bad and cause death farts and all sorts of bass issues. Nothing to do with their no power issue, but they go bad often enough. Yeah, it looks like you've been going through quite the troubleshooting, trying to get your setup working there. A beautiful set of filters on there. Let's flip it around and take care of the dead diode causing this board's power issues. And there it is, the famous 48K date code. Ooh, a real Mac. That'll be your best shot. And that's it. Gotta replace that screw that broke. There we go. Beautiful, fits just fine. No problem. Ooh, Mike, welcome. All right.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info, check.
Perfect. On to number 337 here, also no power. Let's see what they've got. Same exact symptoms, same power draw and all, so it's going to be the same repair. Here we go. I see a hole. I sense... Ooh. Now, nothing seems bent, aside from the plastic. So woofer still seals, so... That's more like it. That's how those should normally come out. Without a fuss. Alright, y'all know the drill. Filters first. These go bad over time. We'll replace them before it happens. And absolutely roasts the subwoofer speaker. Who needs the mesh anyways? It'll work fine without it. And a 46K diode over here. All the same, those 46Ks and 48Ks we're looking out for, causing these power issues. Replacing this diode with a brand new one will prevent the same thing from happening again. This is normally a protection diode, so it's kind of ironic that it has failed and caused issues for no good reason in these cases. That's it. Get it back together. Stefan, yeah. It's usually easy. Sometimes it bites back. The first time I ever opened up a HomePod, it took me like an hour or two just to get that top off. And this basket off. I just didn't know what I was dealing with. I was taking my time. I didn't know if I was doing it right, and I wasn't in a rush. It's not like I had nothing to lose. I did buy it in broken condition, so the goal was to try to keep it in as best shape as possible so that after I fix it, it's in good shape. And I didn't want to break anything and possibly cost myself all that money that I just spent on it. Just familiarizing myself with it. At the time, too, there was very little out there on how to take these apart very easily. Now look at us, Ma. We're fixing these things in and out in 15 minutes. That's a pretty good time right there, 15 minutes. That's how long that one took us. Let's see.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more, I'm having trouble connecting.
Yes, alright, perfect. Beautiful, fantastic. Awesome. The next one and the last one of these first gens today before we jump into Chris's second gen. This will be interesting. Not my first second gen with no power, but so far we haven't had many of them in yet, and then suddenly I've got 3 of them here. No lights, no power, a couple of watts from the wall. That all looks like the usual for a dead diode for this first gen at least. Let's get this out of the way here. and you put the mesh in the washing machine. I've heard of other people doing it. I haven't personally tried it. I really need to. Use some Clorox. And I wouldn't do hot water. Warm would be okay. I'm not too sure about that though. I feel like it would agitate it too much and maybe damage some of the parts of it. What I do is I just take it off and I super clean my sink first, because anything in your sink is gonna re-stain and negate all of your work. And I just take the mesh off and scrub it with my bare hands in the sink with some dish soap. And if you want to brighten it up a little bit, you can use some Clorox as well. I think sticking it in the whole washing machine is a little excessive and possibly risks damaging it. Y'all know the drill. Filters first. Hang tight, folks. We're almost done with this first gen here, and then we'll be looking at Chris's second gen HomePod. I have no idea, frankly, what has gone wrong with his second gen with no power, but it'll be interesting to poke around and find out. And now for our dead diode. For 8K on this one, for those dying to know. I'm gonna rebuild your boy in my living room tonight. See how he does. My kid's gonna watch it. If she's still awake. That's what's up. 3 HomePods, totally torn down, repaired, and put back together, fixed in under an hour. That's pretty good. We could do better. We could do much better. It's time to reward ourselves.
I'm having trouble
Beautiful. What is this? A second gen. Yes. We have got Chris here with their second gen HomePod that is not powering on. Let's go ahead and take a peek at our symptoms. We'll need to swap out our power cable from our kilowatt over here. We'll go ahead and plug this in. And, ooh, wow, look at that power draw right there. 19 watts. I don't think I have ever seen a HomePod draw that much power on startup. That is concerning. So let's dig in. Someone has already started. This was not me. Well, we'll put this to the side and we will carry on here. Luckily, everything is still a T6 here, so we can use our electric driver for most of this. We've been in quite a few of these second gens now, so it's becoming another piece of familiar territory for us. Here's the part where things suck. They cut these drawstrings too short so that when we go to put this back together, we can't just pull it tight like the first gen. We have to cut them. On the bright side, I've gotten pretty good at fixing that and stuffing the mesh back into the base when we're done. Peel it off the power port there. And there we go. Next up, we need to expose our screws holding this top basket down. You know, if they gave us the length on the drawstrings, these would be an absolute pleasure to work on. Because there's no glue holding them together. It's just a couple of screws. Alas, we are here. We're going to use our manual driver because it's just skinny enough to reach these T6 screws in here. Throw a diode in here and call it good. I'll be really shocked if it's a diode. No pun intended. Oof, how many more of these do I have? 2 more. and we're looking for, here it is. You look how all the rest of the grill is transparent, and then we've got a spot here that is blocked off. That is where our ribbon cable is that connects the stuff up here. So we're going to do a 180, and we're going to hinge things up this way using this side as the angle. Careful, easy. Careful. Careful, easy. They don't give us a lot to work with here in terms of length, but there we go. Let's get this disconnected. Perfect. I sincerely doubt 19 watts is getting pulled from our logic board or display up here, so we're going to carry on, and I believe our problem is going to be probably an amp or PSU issue further down in here. Let's get this stuff out. Let's see. We've got I'll smell nothing. Oh, am I gonna have to get my bendy boy? Maybe not. I might have to get my bendy bit. Let's see. I'll get the rest of them out at least. Or better yet, I wonder if we can... I think we can get the power supply out. I would like to do that. There's a little T2 screw holding the connector for the power supply. And then 4 main T6s that have it mounted. And then we should be able to just lift it right out. Oh, that's right. There's a freaking connector right there underneath that we gotta get to. There we go. Power supply is out. Let me grab my spare excuse me, power supply here. See if we notice any obvious differences. Let's go ahead and put my power supply in there. And see if that changes anything. If I can, I might have to take this whole thing back apart. Or not back apart, just apart. Because this is tricky right here. Oh, I think I can get it. Yeah, just stick a first gen amp and PSU in there, call it good. If I could, I would. All right, I'm done with that. Let's get this out. Where did... Can I get it? Yes. Ever make a panda pod? Oh yeah, I think panda pods are my YouTube channel banner right now. And they have been for quite a while. Okay. We are good to get that through and separate these layers. Okay, now we can get the power supply. My power supply here connected and see if this is a power supply issue or an amplifier board issue. The last time I looked at one of these with no power, it was an amplifier board issue. So we're not going to get too far into this today. I just want to get a general diagnosis here. See if we can't figure out a general area to look at when we dive into this in the next stream. Okay. Let's get this plugged in. Ooh, this plugged in. And let's see if our power draw has changed or not. We're still pulling 18, 19 watts from the wall. That is crazy. All right, I'm gonna unplug this and we're gonna take just a quick minute break here. We will be right back. Alright, welcome back. Let's see, we need to plug this back in really quick and take a look at what is getting hot. 19 watts with nothing happening is, well, something's got to be getting warm here. Oh my gosh. The ribbon cable's getting hot. Look at that. It's glowing. Ooh, it's hot to the touch. Give ourselves a little extra room here. See if there's anything obvious on the board. Yeah, I didn't expect much on this side. Nothing's even. I don't like that though. I guess we're gonna have to plug it back in and take a closer look at what's getting hot on this board here. That is just crazy how much power that's pulling through that main ribbon. And yet, nothing's getting warm on the board? This makes no sense. Are we dealing with like a damaged ribbon cable? Did they damage a ribbon cable? We're only pulling 8 watts now. I feel like this isn't good. I don't like this. Where is all that power going? Alright, we're going to disconnect the touch surface because we don't need this, and it's just going to get in our way. And well, we'll go ahead and see what happens without it plugged in, but I highly doubt this is causing any of this. There it is, 16, 15 watts again. That ain't right. This needs to come off. Oh, unless it's under one of these. You know what we could do really quick, just to sanity check this before we possibly break their logic board and it end up not being a logic board issue. It could be an amplifier board issue since the logic board has to connect through the amp to get its power. There could be an amp issue. I do have another logic board here. It turns on, but it boot loops, so this will give us an idea as to what's going on here. And there you go. We've got the normal power draw, about 1 watt. And would you look at that? It's turning on. So it's definitely a logic board issue. But what? He didn't remove the shield. Alright, I got you. S560 is a perfectly fine diode if it doesn't have the 46K or 48K date code on it. I don't remember it being like this when I took my when I took my second gen apart. Is it soldered on there? Is it soldered on there and infilled? I'm gonna need to mount it in a board holder and reflow it off. Yikes. Okay. Folks, we're cutting into dinner time, so we have gotten farther than I did plan on this one. We have confirmed at least that there is a logic board issue. Pretty surprising that it's pulling 18 watts doing it, we will dig into this logic board and see if we can't find out what's going on in our next stream. For here and now, I've got to get back to the wife and kid and help get dinner started. So folks, Avnish, thanks for the heads up. Everyone else, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. Oh, and I've got 2 more of these. I guess we could go ahead and see what they're doing really quick too, and if the power draw is any similar. Let's see. This one is actually, it spiked a few watts there, but now it's fallen to 0. I wonder if the touch surface just isn't working and it's booting up. We could wait a second and then assume it has booted if it's not responding to touch from somebody like taking it apart and unplugging it. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Nah.
Good evening, Kira. How can I help?
Excuse you? Silence. Oh well, nothing from that one. That's kind of a weird power draw. Well, let's see, with this one we've got the same thing. It spiked a couple of watts and then fell to 0. All the same. Interesting. Well, in any case, folks, I've got plenty of second gens here to help repair and diagnose these second gen issues as they start rolling in. And we're going to need to spend some more time on this one too. So, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I hope